It's Tuesday, May 19th, 2015. This is Tech Talk Today, episode 172. Well, I don't know if we could actually call this Tech Talk Today. This is more like Tech Disaster Today. I got the last 20 minutes of what was a very rambunctious pre-show. I'll just say that. And there is a little not safe for work language in here, so be careful of that. It only happens once or twice, and it's sort of under the breath, but it happens. The majority of it didn't make it into the recording. But we had some technical issues this morning, and, once we got through it, we just kind of felt like hanging out and chatting. Like geeks do. We didn't really feel like working because we had conquered our monster. Our job was done. So what we did instead was just record me hanging out with the Mumble room, talking about my issues, me grousing and being grumpy, those kinds of things. And we made an episode out of it for you. So that's today's episode of Tech Talk Today. Theoretically, assuming I get everything fixed, we'll be back into production for tomorrow's episode. That'll be on a Wednesday. You can join me over there at jblive.tv. Go to jupiterbroadcasting.com/calendar. Now, I'll give you the mess for whatever state it's in. Remember, Chris loves you. I don't know. Maybe I should put Arch back on there. I had Arch on there for a while. In fact, the only reason we took Arch off was because we couldn't get 16:9 video with Linux, and we had it working previously under Ubuntu, so we thought, okay. Well, we've tried everything else. Let's go to Ubuntu. Maybe this is why people say Ubuntu is garbage. Is this why people say Ubuntu is garbage?
No, most people use the Unity as the example.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Maybe Ubuntu is garbage.
Well, I think having their own forked versions of basically half of all of the main libraries gets people a bit irritated.
So, maybe that's what I should do.
I love Ubuntu on a server.
Yeah, I do too.
I love it.
Yeah, I think my 1404 droplets are my favorite recent rigs that I've spun up.
I advise everyone to use Arch, even people that know nothing of Linux, and those people never come to Linux. So, but
so you do Ubuntu on your servers and Arch on your desktop?
Yep. Yeah, unless I'm in Windows for gaming, which is what I've been doing lately.
Anyone who knows nothing about Linux and you tell them to use it
scares them. Yeah, pretty much. I accept that.
Maybe I should put Antigross on this. Maybe that's what I'll do.
I tried Plasma 5 with the Antigross and had nothing but issues.
Yeah, I think I would do GNOME. I would even be inclined to do Mate, except for the fact that I'm just getting to the point where, well, why do I keep deviating from the arrangement that always works for me? Like, I keep thinking, well, Mate is what I'll use on machines that are appliances. They just need to sit there, and all I need them to do is like full screen video or something like that. I don't need GNOME 3 for that. And then I do Mate, and then I'm always like, well, it's not quite the same, not quite what I expect. I don't know. I don't know. I just I should have just done Arch and GNOME.
Ubuntu Mate is going to have Mutter support in 15.10. So you can have at least the window manager for GNOME.
And Ange really likes GNOME. She's been really enjoying her. It's so funny how much we have shit on GNOME supporting touchscreen stuff, and like how they weren't focusing on the traditional desktop. And then like some of the things that have drawn her to wanting to use her GNOME desktop over her Mac is that the shit works with her touchscreen. Like, that's what the dock works really well with her touchscreen. She never even figured out how to unlock the screen until I told her she could use the space bar, because she just likes swiping the screen up. She thinks that's great. So they might be onto something. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna go grab a vitamin water, and then we're gonna start. For God's sakes.
And Twomp, the Plasma 5 support for Antergos is beta.
Yeah, I know.
Plasma 5 is beta, and then you have the Plasma 5 in Antergos using the beta Senshi, so it's having problems.
I read about it before I tried it, and I was like, well, we'll give it a shot, and it was just really bumpy.
So they're going to switch from GNOME to...
Can't hear you over there. Yeah, you can't hear you with the porn music.
You mean normal?
But that's a nice shirt.
Switch from GNOME to Plasma?
No, I was just giving the only time I've used Integros was just recently, and I threw it on my laptop with the Plasma 5, and it was crap. It was pretty bumpy. But then I just wiped the whole thing and I put Arch on there with Plasma 5 and just totally fine. But just like Rotten said.
But you can also just use the base install of Intergos and then install Plasma from there.
I think KDE4 would have been fine, but just the fact that it was so early.
No, Arch is screwed up KDE4, so you can
Well,
install
Arch,
anything
yeah.
reasonable.
Well, I thought it was just screwed up if you use like Plasma shit on top of KDE4.
Well, KDE4 has Plasma in it already. Like Plasma is not a new thing. It's just
But now, like the Switch, I thought that was just based on the migration.
No, it is because of the migration. But the KDE4 in Arch is like there's a mix between Qt4, Qt5, KDE4 tools, and like Framework 5 tools all combined to make this weird mess in KDE4 for Arch.
Yeah, they're completely bulldozing the KDE4 support.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
They started transitioning at like 5.2, so they've been messing this up for months.
You know what I might do? Is I have the System 76 Meerkat still from Linux Fest Northwest. Maybe I'll try putting Antigros on that and slide that in where I have this NUC right now and just run
Sounds
it
like a great
for a
idea.
couple of days. Yeah, and then if it doesn't work out, well, how could it be any worse? I suppose.
Does it have a different sound card?
Well, I mean, I use USB external sound cards, so it'd probably be those anyways because they're a little better quality. You have more audio problems under Ubuntu Mate. Is it possible that that's a thing? Is it possible that somehow I could be having more problems under Ubuntu Mate than Ubuntu Unity? Is that possible? I mean, it's all the same Pulse audio stuff. It's all the same hardware, the same drivers. Why Antigros and not Arch? Sean F. asks. Good question, Sean. To be honest, I'm hoping the install takes 20 minutes because I've got to prepare for Linux Unplugged. I don't really have time to set up a machine, and I want something with Chromium, GNOME 3, Arch, the AUR support out of the box. And that's exactly what Antigros is. Literally.
Yeah,
this is
the
definitely...
GNOME support for Intergos Cinchi is just freaking awesome. Like, I've never installed that version of Intergos and it not work. Well, KDE Mate, those are different though.
Yeah. I mean, really, I could do OpenBox even, but...
OpenBox works great as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ham radio.
Very lightweight.
Ham radio, I think what I'm probably going to do is I have... I don't know for sure. I kind of feel bad because I need to do a review of it with Ubuntu, so I'm going to have to put Ubuntu back on it. But I have a Meerkat from System 76 that they sent us for Linux Fest that I'm going to put Antigros on and see how that works after the show today.
Well, can you swap out the hard drives?
Sounds good.
Maybe. I probably could, but they're a little different rigs, so it doesn't really matter, though. I don't mind.
It's possible that you could stick the Ubuntu Mate hard drive in this Meerkat.
Yeah. I got to reload the Meerkat anyways before I do a review, because we let Alan set it up. And so, so Alan's at Linux Fest Northwest, and, you boot it up, and it's Ubuntu has this OEM mode, and when you buy a computer preloaded with Ubuntu, it comes up with a first-time run wizard now. So your name, and you set it up, and you name it, all that crap, right? Well, Alan being a BSD guy, first thing he does, closes the first-time run user setup. So none of the new user doesn't get set up, the password doesn't get set, the time zone doesn't get set, like none of that stuff gets set. And so he's like, we don't need any of this. So we just have like this real weird half setup installation, and then but all we needed was VLC anyways, and drive a couple of displays. So that's what we got. So now I'm like,
did he then jump into the command line and start doing all the user setup in the time zone?
Yes. And we're like, Alan, just stop, just launch VLC at this point, don't bother. So yeah. So I'm gonna reload it anyways.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Bro, it put it right there for you, right?
Yeah. I think that's the first time he's ever seen it. Because he's either doing CentOS or BSD or Windows. That's the problem with the touchscreen is sometimes it fires things off. That's what she said. Okay. Hey, chat room. Don't forget to bank suggest. You don't need a Pac-Man GUI. It sounds like one of those things you need, but you really don't.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some, but you really. It's actually, it's very. If you just remove command line equal hard, just remove that theory from your head, and it's really not that bad. Like Packer, like just real quick, and then we'll start the show. Just I don't know. Let's pick a package. I don't know. Somebody name a package.
Lutris.
I already have Lutris installed. Give me another one.
Oh.
Genie.
All right. How do you spell it? So, okay, for example, so I could launch a GUI, but check this out. All I have to do is type Packer, tac, or dash, S, and then G, is it G, right? G-E-A?
Yeah.
G-E-A. And let's just, I could just, for example, I could just do that. I could do NEY. Is that what it is, you said?
No, NY.
Oh, NY. Okay. And now it'll search, and I find the Genie package. These are all the Genie packages here. Now watch this. Now I just type Packer-S, and I go find the one I want. Let's see. Well, I can tell Genie, the top one here, is from the community repo. So I can just highlight that. Just go down here, I paste it, and now I've installed it. I don't need a GUI to do that. And a lot of times
you can also make it a whole lot easier.
That's nice.
I've actually constantly said that GUIs are pointless in Arch, but then there's I tried the PAMAC thing, and because I always said
is that the GUI thing that Integros uses?
Yeah, it's they replaced Pacman XG with it.
Oh, do I have that then? Because I have Pacman XG. I don't have anything else. Yeah. Okay.
It's PAMAC.
PAMAC. I don't have PacMac. I guess
I don't even. It's not even that great or anything, but I do like the fact that I don't have to search, run the SYU to get an update to see if there's anything to do it.
Huh.
It just tells me every now and then. That's actually the only thing I can think of is worth having a GUI. And I don't even use the GUI for it. I just get the updates. Oh, there's an update. Okay, now I'll run Pacman and SYU.
So I'm using GNOME Terminal, and I actually have this. I still have the dyslexia font turned on, which actually works pretty well for me. And then I use Fish as my shell. And I just find that Packer command is so easy for me because I combine that with Quake, so it's just a drop down away. So all of my software is for me. I already need a terminal semi-frequently under Linux, anyways. At least once, twice a day minimum. If I'm just goofing around, and if I'm actually working, I need it constantly. So I already have it. So if I already have it, then why need anything else? And Packer is such a simple command. It really is so easy. And there's so many examples out there, too.
Have you tried aliasing them to like capital I for install and capital U for update? I thought about
that. If I didn't move around so much, if I had a really bulletproof way to just set that once and then have it follow me everywhere I go, I think I would.
I guess you could think it like...
The other thing I do a lot is I do like -- no edit all the time. I almost never want to edit the AUR build files, the package build files. So I almost am always doing that. And a lot of times here in the studio machine, surprisingly, this Bonobo has been so flawless for so long that I also do -- no confirm now.
Because I do -- no confirm all the time.
Yeah, eventually I will have a problem, and that is the day I'll spend 10 minutes fixing it. Until then, I can basically do Packer -SYU -- no confirm -- no edit and walk away, and I have an entirely new operating system.
I'm pretty sure that's redundant. I'm pretty sure no confirm also does no edit as well.
Oh, really? Let's try it. That sounds interesting. I bet it does.
I don't use Packer. I use Yart though.
Yeah,
so do I.
I don't use Yart.
I'm pretty sure though.
That would actually make sense when you say that. So let's do Packer SYU, and I'll just do -- no edit, and I won't do -- no confirm.
No confirm.
No, other way around.
Oh, no confirm. Oh, okay. No.
If you say no edit, it's going to not just
still
completely
confirm,
skip
just
the
not
edit options, but it'll still ask you to install.
Yeah, that makes it. Yeah. No confirm makes sense. Okay, so let's try it. This is my favorite thing to do under Arch, anyways. It's been a few days since I've done it. Oh, we got a bunch of updates. Here we go. Woo! I love that.
Does Packer search for the AUR automatically, or do you have to add the TAC AUR like you do on Yowert?
One thing I like for GUIs is to be able to search by number of votes. That is true.
I don't
But I
know,
just
Rod.
use
I
AUR
know
for
that when I use YAR, I'm pretty sure it's the same with Packer. Like you can do it TAC AUR or whatever, TAC AUR or whatever, but I don't think it matters.
Pack
By default, it
AUR
doesn't do it.
automatically
think it's on
searches
a-
the AUR.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the other one does as well.
So I find between the command line tools and then AUR's the AUR website, what is it, AUR.arch.org or whatever, archlinux.org.
Yeah.
I between that, because then what I do on the AUR website is I sort by votes, and then I just highlight the name there and I paste it in the terminal, and I read the comments usually first.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
And
Yeah, I
what
search through the website anyway. I actually built custom search commands that I can just or actually you could do it in DDG. So you just put bang AUR and then search, and it'll go straight to the AUR, basically the website.
And because I'm a DuckDuckGo user, if I do !AUR and then the package name just in a DuckDuckGo search,
Jump straight to the page.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I just said.
So I think what I'll do then is after we get done here, I'll go set up that Meerkat and put Antergos on that. And then by Linux Unplugged, hopefully, I'll have the audio problem resolved. Because it's just getting to the point now where I can't even do these. This is getting ridiculous. All right, so now we'll see if the no confirm also means no edit. It's looking like it. Yep, it's looking like it.
The edit thing was what annoyed me the most because, like, I'm kind of, more of a top-level user. I'm like, geez, I'm never going to edit this shit. Like, what the fuck? If it's broken, like, I don't even know how to fix this shit. So
I like that. Look, I'm going to get new brackets, new Corbett, new Pithos, and new Telegram. Those are all amazing Linux desktop apps, and I'm just getting the latest versions of them. Just because that's what my distro just does. It's so great. It's so great.
Yep.
It is so great. I really don't know how anybody else. I guess you guys get PPAs for a while. That's good.
PPAs make me want to throw up in my own lap.
Yeah. And then
I mean,
guess
they're useful. They're good. But
anybody in here under Fedora? How do you do Telegram under Fedora? You just run the binary? Is that what you do?
Put it on your Android phone.
I guess you go get that Chrome extension that lets you run Android apps. No, I guess so. Under Fedora, what you just go to the website, and then from time to time, when your friends tell you a new version is out, do you just go download the new version again? Is that what you do under Fedora?
The legitimate answer is Copper.
Is it? Oh, but it's not on Copper.
It is.
There's okay. It wasn't when I checked. Okay.
It's actually I think it was added like a couple weeks ago, and it's not even like that good of a version. It works, but it's like you have to build it like a package build or compile it. I mean.
All right. So yeah, it's building now. Well, there you go. I guess we could do the show. Should we start the show now?
There's a show today?
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, I don't know, actually. Maybe this is the show. I guess this is the show now because I got to move on. I got other shows to do. So there you go. I really, I don't know. I'm kind of excited to see if I can get how Antergos runs on the Meerkat. I wonder how System 76 feels about that. Yeah, here's a review machine, and then I go replace the operating system on it. I wonder if I'll just tell them, guys, look, I'm just really anti-Ubuntu right now. I'm not.
Just don't tell them unless it was flawless.
I'll ship it back to him and be like, by the way, I installed Ubuntu Snappy on it. Because it's pretty much the same thing. Yeah. All right. Well, there we go. I guess we could end it with a commercial. So we'll release this for people. If they want to watch it, they can watch it. And who was it that sent in the Betamax commercial? This was a great one. I feel like here we are. I feel like I'm witnessing the failed promise of so many technologies today. I've had audio issues, a crazy assortment of audio issues, a crazy assortment of software bugs. I think it's time maybe that we invest our time and energy into technologies that have a long, long history in front of them, like Betamax. So I want to play this commercial because I think this is the technology all of us should get behind. Save your Bitcoins and spend it on Betamax technology because everybody's going to be switching to this. This is super sweet.
If you're looking at
See you tomorrow.
cassette recorders
Probably.
and you're confused by all your choices, just look at the most important feature of all, the picture. And Sony Betamax records a sharper picture than VHS. That's not just our opinion. In tests throughout the country, more people said the picture was sharper with Sony Betamax than VHS. So how many choices do you really have? Only one. Sony Betamax, a sharper picture.